Black Panther 2 is sure to be a hit, and one of the things I'm looking forward to the most about this film is its villain. And according to multiple rumors and basically everything that we've heard about this film, that villain of the movie is going to be Namor the Sub Mariner. And I'm super excited for this because we've been waiting to see him come to the big screen since, forever. But now we know that it's happening. Whether it's in this film or not, we know he's coming to the MCU at some point in the not-too-distant future. But I have a source that works at Disney and Marvel Studios, and the past couple weeks he's been feeding me some information about the future of Marvel, and one of the things he's told me is Namor in Black Panther 2. That it's officially happening, and he's already been cast. That's right, they already cast Namor the Sub Mariner. Now, who did they cast? Rodrigo Santoro. So, according to my source, which of course I will not name because, it's an anonymous source for a reason, but according to my source, he says that Rodrigo Santoro has signed on to a multi-film deal to play Namor and in Black Panther 2. So this is really interesting, and he also notes that this deal happened some point early May. So that wasn't too long ago, but that was still about a month ago. And we've heard many rumors about Marvel Studios having virtual meetings with actors and directors and people that can work on their films, because even though they can't actually film their projects, they can work on planning stuff out and casting and stuff. And back a while ago, we heard a rumor that John Krasinski had a virtual meeting with Marvel Studios for the role of Reed Richards, aka Mr. Fantastic. And my source also confirmed that did happen, but that's not what we're talking about. We are talking about Rodrigo Santoro as Namor. So he probably had a virtual meeting with Marvel Studios because, it's got to be virtual. It's not like they can do it in person or anything. So he had a virtual meeting, and he signed on to play the role of Namor in Black Panther 2. But one of the most interesting parts I find about this is that it's a multi-film deal. So if he is the villain of Black Panther 2, and he appears in that movie, that will just be the first movie that he's in, and he will appear in multiple other films as well. Now, as for what other films he could appear in, I assume probably maybe an X-Men film, because he is technically a mutant, or Fantastic Four is definitely a high possibility, because that's where he debuted, was with the Fantastic Four. Maybe in a future Doctor Strange movie, because he could join the Illuminati, which has been heavily rumored to be coming to the MCU at some point in, one of the next few phases, whether it's Phase 4, Phase 5, Phase 6, whatever. The Illuminati is coming, and we could see Namor join that team. Then also, probably one of the biggest possibilities is the next Avengers movie, or at least a Avengers movie. Maybe Avengers 5, maybe Avengers 6, or the next big Avengers Endgame type crossover that we have. So there's many places that he can show up in the MCU, and if this is a multi-film deal, then it definitely makes sense, because Namor is that kind of character, because maybe they worked out a deal with Universal, which currently owns the rights to the character, where they have a similar deal with the Hulk, where the Hulk can appear in all these Marvel Studios movies, he just can't get his own solo movie. So they could be doing the same thing here with Namor, and have him be like the Hulk here, and have him appear in all these different movies, but just not get his own solo movie. Although, according to my source, Disney may actually have the rights to Namor back. Not Hulk, but just Namor. So that would mean they can use Namor however they want. And my source also does note that this Black Panther 2 appearance could spin off into his own solo movie if his appearance is, if it goes well, and if the audience reacts well and enjoys the character and wants to see more of him, then he could possibly get his own solo movie. Now, this is the part where I think it's not too likely, because, just because you have Aquaman over in the DC universe, his first movie made $1 billion, you don't really want to copy that. Sure, they're basically the same characters, so having them appear at all in the MCU is kind of, still copying, but at least he wouldn't have his own movie and everything. So I'd love to see a Namor movie, but I just don't think they would do it with them having Aquaman be such a success in the DCEU. And as a matter of fact, being probably one of the most popular heroes in the DCEU right now, after the flop of Justice League and Batman v Superman and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm super excited for this, and I can't wait to see Namor the Sub Mariner in the MCU. And yeah, so I mean, of course, take this with a grain of salt, but this is coming straight from a source from Disney. So I'd say it's highly reliable here. So, I mean, Rodrigo Santoro as Namor. I mean, what do you guys think? Go look him up if you don't know who he is, because I know I don't. I'd never heard of him before, but he's probably Namor now, and they signed on early May. So, are you excited to see Namor in the MCU appearing in Black Panther 2? And what other films would you like to see him appear in? So, thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to drop a like and hit the subscribe button so that I can keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the Marvel life.